know you probably got to go. Have you ever heard of the term "nigga wake up call"?
No.
It is an incident where a person of color forgets that they are of color and are reminded rather brutally by an unexpected act of racism. Have you ever had any of those?
Oh, brother.
I'm just asking. You think you've ever had?
Well, I'm acutely aware, Charlemagne, that I'm a black person, just as you are a black person. And when Joe Biden insulted you by saying, you ain't really black, we don't know whether or not you want to vote for me or vote for Donald Trump, it seems to me that should have been a wake-up call on your part. How dare this guy come in here and insult you, a black man, and tell you you got to think a certain kind of way? I'm amazed that you weren't mad about that.
I'm not gonna say it upset me, just like I'm not letting you upset me. You know what I mean? I don't tend to get upset over things like that. But what I did say,
well, you just not talk about a nigger wake-up call, and it seemed to me that should have been a wake-up call on your part to have a white guy come in here who also said, by the way, about Mitt Romney. Because he didn't want to put more regulations on Wall Street, going to put y'all back in chains. And Joe Biden has lied for decades about his civil rights record, claiming that he desegregated movie theaters and restaurants in Wilmington, Delaware, when he didn't do any of that. He lied and said that he tried to visit Nelson Mandela during apartheid South Africa. He did not. And he came in here and told you aren't even black and let you think a certain kind of way. It seems to me that should have been a nigga wake-up call for you, but it wasn't, apparently.
Yeah, I mean, no, for the record, I'm not a Democrat or Republican.
I didn't say you were.
Yeah, I think both.
I don't know what you.
You know, I find it quite ironic how the Breakfast Club and Charlemagne the Slob claim to be so pro-black, right? Yet when Joe Biden got on there talking about if you don't vote for me, you're not black, and how they're going to put y'all back in chains, they didn't even have half the amount of anger, hatred, and angst towards Joe as they do towards Larry Elder, a brother who's been working diligently since before I was born on getting the black community in the right direction, talking about fatherhood and the lack thereof, about systematic racism and the false paradigms of victimhood that have not served us in any way, shape, form, or fashion. And yet they treat Larry Elder like public enemy number one. But you see, black mainstream media figureheads like Charlemagne the Slob and Whoopi Goldberg, they don't really care about the black community. And their prophets don't lie in pushing a message of hope, hard work, family, dedication. Their prophets don't lie in that. Their prophets lie in victimhood culture, and they're being governed by Democrat-backed and ran networks who would no doubt cancel them if they weren't pushing a message of hopelessness and destitution to the black community. Make no mistake, slavery is alive and well here in America in 2023, and it's on the Democrat plantation.